What are their true feelings for me? A lot of people want to know what their partner or their love interest's true feelings are for them. Because, there's what they're saying they feel, or maybe they're not saying, but then there's what they really feel. So, this love reading is going to be focusing on what their true feelings are. This is going to be pile 1, or the black obsidian heart. This is going to be pile 2, or the purple fluorite heart. And this is going to be pile 3, or the rose quartz heart. It's not very rose, but it still is a rose quartz. And this reading is going to be featuring the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the Art of Love Tarot, and another tarot deck that I believe is like a romance tarot. I believe that's actually what it's called. And then, of course, the Tarot of Pagan Cats. You don't have to be a cat or a pagan to get some great advice from them. We'll just be using that for clarifying. As you're thinking about which pile you're drawn most to, I just wanted to say I really, really appreciate all of the positive feedback and the audience participation. It's just really great to know that I'm doing something that is helping you guys. Anything you need to know about me is in the description, including how to get a hold of me if you would like a private reading. But let's get back on topic here and focus just a little bit more on which pile speaks to you the most. And if you don't have a pile yet, go ahead and pause the video and take your time to figure out which one calls to you. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start with pile number 1, or the black obsidian. Alright guys, what are their true feelings? What are their true feelings? Okay, so let's go ahead and first look at the Art of Love Tarot. We've got, they're limited by something. They're very, very happy. Ooh, and the King of Angels. I think he's kind of attractive. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. All right, so the Five of Trees, limitation. This has to do with resources. So right now they're feeling kind of limited in the way that they can actually express themselves to you. The way that it would come through is like in the material world, in the physical world. It could be as simple as gift giving, or it could be as simple as they feel like maybe they're not getting physical reinforcement from you, that kind of thing. But the bottom line is that they are feeling a little bit of lack there. I don't believe this is something that you wouldn't be willing to give. I think it's just more about setting those boundaries and saying, like, I can do my thing in this relationship as long as you do your thing, that kind of thing, making sure that it's an even give and take. We also have joy, so that's great. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So they're very, very happy. They're happy with you, but it's not just that happiness, it's like their heart is elated. It's almost like their heart jumps, like the way that you might feel your stomach jump, or that gut feeling. It's almost like a heart feeling, like a heart flutter when they're around you, or when they think about you, or when something reminds them of you. And sometimes it can be kind of scary, like, ooh, it feels, it might feel exciting, but it might also feel a little anxiety producing too. But in other ways, and most of the time, it's a very positive feeling, very, very positive. It's just because of just the wonderful things that you bring to the relationship. And then we've got the King of Angels. He's peaceful, okay, but he still goes after exactly what he wants, okay. This card indicates that they are about to make a romantic gesture or some kind of offer to you, but they're not going, they're not going to like fight for you the way that you might expect someone to fight for you. They're going to approach you and kind of have it be more on even ground. This person's really stable when it comes to their heart and their head. But unlike some people that are just kind of like all head, you know, and then of course there's the opposite, which is like all heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. You know, so unlike some people that can be kind of too much in their heart, this person is definitely in touch with their feelings, but they're not ruled by their feelings, if that makes sense. So I personally think that's a really great trait to have, because it means that the passion is there without it getting overwhelming and becoming, oh gosh, what's the word? Destructive, and that kind of thing. So let's look at this romance tarot as well. Okay, you guys got the Star. So this is kind of like a feeling of destiny with the two of you, okay? And there's a lot of hope for this relationship on both of your sides, but you know, we're talking about what they truly feel for you, and they truly feel that they were destined to meet you, that you guys have a future, and that and they want to plan for that. They see this relationship with hope and positivity. So if you guys are going through a time where things aren't feeling so hopeful, this person does have hope that this relationship will continue to grow. Then we've also got another indicator that there might be something going on in the physical world. You've got here a street musician that's, you know, using their talents to get abundance. You know, this would correlate to the Page of Coins, right? But this character doesn't come across as childish the way that the Page of Coins might in other decks. This character is just kind of desperate. So they feel kind of desperate. They really want to get your attention, but it's almost like they feel that their talents aren't conventional enough in order to get your attention, or like who they are. Like they're a little bit unconventional, and that might be a little bit weird for you. And then, well, okay, all right. And then we've also got the Eight of Cups. So if this person in your life isn't currently talking to you, or is a little bit distant, or if they have like recently kind of, I don't know, it seems like maybe like retreated a little bit. They're not leaving you behind. They're looking for something to add to the relationship. Like they feel like they're not quite ready yet. And before I go to the Lenormand, I'm going to go ahead and figure out a couple of things about this energy. I want to know more about this Five of Trees and this limitation. So I would like to know about the energy surrounding the limitation. Okay, please. Please, I'd like one card, please. One card. Come on. This feels... Okay. One more card about limitation. Sometimes they just get in my hand and it feels like, oh, that's the right card. Okay. There we go. And then a card about this Eight of Cups. Now in this deck, the Eight of Cups means a little bit different than in traditional decks. Oh, there we go. Lots of stuff about the Eight of Cups. Okay. Okay, I am going to take the first three that popped out. Okay, so the limitation, it's like they want the world. They want to give you the world. They want the world for you. They have this idea of the way that it should be between the two of you in your relationship, and they want that. So they might seem like a little bit perfectionistic, and they might be limited, are limited by that desire to just have everything just kind of pan out and be planned perfectly and all of that kind of stuff. And it's also, this card also kind of comes up when people are looking to increase their earnings, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, it comes up in a lot of different scenarios, but given the energy of the other cards around here, I believe that this has to do with like just kind of, it's not so much a focus on work as it is a focus on creating what they think is appropriate for this relationship. And then the other limitation is, okay, so you've got the, my goodness, I believe that this is the king. See, they have these crowns on them, and I can't ever remember which one's the king crown and which one's the queen crown, and it's very, very embarrassing. Let me go ahead and show you this other one that came up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. See, they've got these crowns on it, and I don't ever remember, and it's, I really need to write K and Q on the ones that are, but this is about transformation, okay? So yes, they are trying to get to that point, with you. And, it's interesting that you've got here the King of Angels, and then you've got here the King or Queen of Swords, because the person, a person who has like mastered their thoughts, you know, and a person that's also mastered their emotions is a very, very balanced person. So this person is going to be very practical, but they do want to take action. We're looking at this. Okay, so for them, retreating is taking action. Okay, so if they've pulled back a little bit, it's just because they kind of want to reevaluate. They want to think on things. I have a friend who, like, I'll ask him a question and sometimes he won't be able to give me the answer right away, and I'll think, like, gosh, it's such a simple question, but my friend's very, very introverted, and he has to retreat and think about the answer to the question a little while before he gives it to me. We talk a lot, so he tends to get back to me in like a few hours, but in my mind the question shouldn't take more than like maybe 5 minutes to figure out. That's the kind of thing that that he or she is doing in this relationship right now. They're retreating because they're trying to think about something. They want to represent themselves the right way. So another thing is like, what are their true feelings for me? What are their true feelings for you, the viewer? They're trying to represent that as honestly as possible. So this is a kind of person that when they do come forward and they do talk about that, they're very honest about the way that they are. Looks like they're either going to invite you over soon, or they want to they might want to spend time with you in a small group. The way I envision it is like you and this person and maybe other people involved would go hang out together. If this is somebody that you know on the internet, then it would be like going into a group chat, or like maybe a multiple like Skype call or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know all of the different methods of chatting and everything online, but it would be something like that. Like you're there and this other person's there, but other people are there too, but it's not limiting at all. And I mean, I feel like it's special for you two as well. And then, oh, this is great. Strength. And I think that this really, oh my gosh, this really speaks to the balance between the head and the heart here. Because what's really interesting about the Strength card, and usually it's a woman with a lion, and she has completely tamed this lion, but you'll see that like it's not like she put the lion in a cage to tame it, or it's not like she's using some kind of tool of punishment to get the lion under control. It's a gentle strength, right? So I really like that because it really seals up the whole idea that this person is really balanced. They know how to apply themselves to the situation very well. So when they do come across and talk about their feelings, they'll do it in a way that is very it'll just ring true for you. It'll be authentic and all of that good stuff. So that's great. So here's just a little bit more things on what they're thinking about you. In the Lenormand, we've got the fish card, that's abundance, money. And then we've got the moon card, and that can be about cycles. And it can also be about like intuition and that kind of thing. Basically what he or she is thinking about, please just pick your own pronouns. I read for all different kinds of relationships. It's just easier for me to say he because that's the way my brain's wired since I'm a female and I'm attracted to men. But yeah, it seems like he's focusing on money and focusing on love. And he also knows that there's a certain time where it's ideal to come forward with you. They know that they've kind of got to get that timing right. And they're also going a lot off their intuition. I wouldn't be surprised if they have almost like a little gift for divine timing or creating their own synchronicities with you or within the relationship. So let me just go ahead and restate the most important parts. The most important part is that he's working on himself and he wants to be able to bring, he or she wants to be able to bring their best self to you. They feel that you have definitely a future. They feel like that you guys have a direction that you're going towards, and it's hopeful, it's positive, and you just make them feel so elated. So this is a very, very strong foundation for, you know, either a new relationship or one that's already been going on. Hi, group 2, or the purple fluorite heart. I'm just going to shuffle these cards a bit. Here. These are our clarifiers. Okay. First thing we're going to look at is the Art of Love Tarot. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. This is great. Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay, so this person's kind of like a dreamer. So they've been fantasizing about you a lot. They've been thinking about you. They have a lot of hope for the future of the relationship. They love it. They feel almost like they're too attracted to you. It's like you have all the answers to all their questions. And you'll have all their questions for their answers, that kind of thing. It's a very, like... it's very give and take and that kind of thing. So, like, that's great. I mean, that's really, really, really great. And then you've got the King of Trees. The only thing that this might kind of speak to that's maybe a little bit negative is that your person moves kind of slowly. They're very down to earth. They want to make sure that they do things the right way, that kind of thing. So they might move a little bit slow for your pace. You know, that can definitely be a downside, but for the whole relationship, that actually sets a really good, foundation so that you guys are able to, you know, basically both really know what's going on at all given times. The only thing I'm getting here is that he or she, use your own pronouns, is not communicating this to you. So let's go ahead and look at the next. This is the Romance Tarot and see what's going on. This could be a third-party situation. If it's not a third-party situation, they've been hurt by you. There's something that you did or said. I mean, it could have just been a passing joke that you didn't even mean to say, you know? It feels like it was accidental, but it looks like they were hurt by you. Wow, and they're also kind of afraid of... Yeah, they're afraid that that when they see you, that like you might not be so happy to see them. So make sure that when you see them, you smile. If you don't see them in person, and this is kind of like an internet thing, make sure you know, give them the emoticons that let them know that you're happy when you're around them, and that kind of thing. 'Cause that's really important. You know, but they basically see you as somebody that they want you to come home to them. They want to come home to you, that kind of thing. And then they've also got some stuff going on where they're really kind of overthinking things. They're trying to figure things out. And it's interesting because I think that this particular person, And I mean, it would make sense with the pacing here. This particular person is like, they get into that point where they think so hard that they just get kind of stuck. So, let me go ahead and find out. Whoa, there's one. Anything extra we need to know before I go on to this Lenormand deck? Okay. All right. Okay. You know, I was thinking about this, but I didn't know if I should say it because I didn't feel perfectly until I saw this. But this card in traditional tarot can speak to like holding on too tight to something. So I think that they really don't want you to, they don't want to lose you. They really, really don't. So no matter how this person is acting, they really don't want to lose you. It's almost like that's another thing that's paralyzing them. And then this just kind of reinforces that. This would be the Four of Pentacles, the kind of like the hoarding card. We've got, we've got the Ten of Pentacles too. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this person is either really, really rich or they're like on the path to being really, really rich, because I mean, I'm just getting so much like you've got the King of Trees, which is the king of coins, and then you've got the 10 of coins, and I mean, I just, in the 4 of coins here, hoarding and everything. This person, I mean, they feel stable, you know, if it's not like material stuff, like actual money, it's like stability, that kind of thing. What I'm getting here is that they might, you know, well, yeah, it makes sense with everything else. They're keeping their feelings secret from you right now. They're not being fully, you know, coming fully forward with just how intense it is for them. And again, I think that has to do with this feeling that they just, they kind of almost get lost in their thoughts and their feelings about you. And they really want, you know, things to be like, I don't know, it's almost like they've got this kind of traditional way of looking at things. When they make up their mind, they're definitely going to, you know, they're going to talk to you very quickly, and they're going to do it without any BS. So when they start talking about how they feel, it's going to be straight and to the point. It might even be a little like, oh, what's the word? It might even be a little bit too blunt, but it's you know, it is what it is. Okay. Again, I'm still getting that they've been hurt. It could be. I mean, I'm just gonna say, because, you know, it could be from you or it could be from the past, just because it's come up twice. However, I do want to say that this card, the Nine of Wands, also speaks to like. It's like, but the fight's over, you know, this pain's over, you know, and they're going to be okay. So whatever, if there's been any kind of like weird stuff going on between the two of you, that's over now. It's not going to be weird anymore. Yeah. And then that, you know, we've got death, and that's a change. And, it's interesting because this clarifier came up with the last one, and it meant something different in that, compared to what it means here. They're working on like building a solid foundation for you, and they want to like show it off, like they feel like very proud of some of their accomplishments and what they've done and everything, and they want to kind of show that off to you. They want you to see them as a successful, good person, that kind of thing. So, you know, they definitely want you to like them, you know, and they do have more feelings than they're letting on. They just haven't gotten to that point yet. They're still in that brooding mode where they feel like they need to figure out how to express that without sounding too needy. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, and with the Lenormand here, we've got just another reinforcer. They've got some confusion about how to move forward. And again, the movement is very slow, just like the King of Trees. Very, very slow movement, but they do have that, but it's getting better. You know, there was confusion. You see the clouds here, and this side of the clouds is dark, and this side is light. The light is towards the boat that's moving, right? so the light is like getting clearer. It was very confusing at first, but now it's getting clearer and clearer. So that's good. And then the boat, for some of you guys, this might be a long distance relationship. This person might live maybe in a different country, different state, different continent, that kind of thing. So, I just know that I'm really like, let me go ahead and ask a clarifier on that too, because for those that are in long distance relationships or in relationships with people who aren't physically present, that can be a very difficult. This one right here. Okay, yeah, that's not going to affect you. In fact, there might be some new changes there with the with this long distance thing. So one of you might either move or are visiting each other. Like you guys might visit each other, but like this would be very soon, like within 6 months, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, they're holding back a little bit. But I have no reason to believe that they're not going to come forward at one point. They're just going to move slow about it. So that's the negative. But overall, this is, it's a solid feeling, They really do feel solid about you. All right, group 3. Those of you who picked the rose quartz. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is great. Seriously. This is awesome. Okay, you got the King of Hearts, right? The Queen of Hearts. So you've got a matching pair here. And then you've got the Knight of Angels. Oh my gosh, this one. I love this card. I love, love, love that card. That's one of my favorite ones in this deck. This is the Watcher. Okay, and this one's been coming up in a lot of my readings, so I'm just assuming that this issue is going on with some of you guys. Look, they know, this is obviously a thing. You guys are going to get together, right? You know it because you're very intuitive, because you're in touch with how you feel. They know it because they have this gift to almost like fill the voids that they see in the world, but it's almost but it's only in certain kinds of relationships. So they see voids inside of you that they want to fill. I mean, it's kind of trite to say like they want to complete you, but I mean it really is like that's really what's going on. They feel so magnetized to you. They want to heal anything that you have hurt. They want to make sure that you are whole, you are feeling empowered, and all of that kind of stuff. They just really, really want to support you, and they really, really want to make sure that everything's okay. All right. They're checking up on you though. They're checking up on you on social media or basically any way they can get a little bit more information. They check up on it. And like this is the kind of person that if you were to send them an email once, like they'd actually reread it over and over. They might even be the kind of person that is trying to like even look for more meaning behind the words than just what strikes, what strikes them. So I mean, I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying to do this, but if you really want to mess with them, go ahead and send them a cryptic messages because, oh my gosh, that'll drive them crazy. But if you want to be, a little bit more nice and everything, and I'm saying that because there is nothing you could do to mess this up. This person wants you. They want to be with you. It's not just the attraction. It's also, it's not just because they feel that way. They're attracted by you. You build them up, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they really, really care about you. But yeah, they're checking up on you. They're looking deep. Oh, yeah, you've got wish fulfillment here. Look at these people. They're so happy together, and they're so meant to be, right? Oh, the only thing, you've got somebody here that's jealous. Somebody's jealous. Well, I'd be jealous, so it could be me. but for real, you guys are great. This is great. I'm not getting anything negative, at least not so far. Okay, so yeah. Got the King of Coins. So you've got two kings. They're kind of solid enough foundation. Oh gosh, I hate doing this. I hate saying anything about astrology because I just feel like if I do it once, then I'm gonna have to do it again. But you might be dealing with an earth sign. But you've got all of them here. Yeah, you've got the earth signs, the fire signs here, and you've got the cups. Let's see if you've got. Okay, well this is also one that's let's see. You'll find that for you, when they start talking about how they feel, it's almost like you can't keep up with them because they're just so excited to tell you. I want to go ahead and ask some clarifiers. So what I want to know is like, when is their true feelings for you going to come to light? And for some of you guys, you might just already know this and this is just a confirmation for you. But I just want to, it just feels like, and it's such a perfect spread already. I haven't looked at the Lenormand yet, but it's such a perfect spread already that it seems like there's not a whole lot more that I should add, but at the same time, I don't want to. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so they could also be a air sign as well. Yeah, this is good. You've got the Queen of Swords, you've got the Ace of Swords. This is going to be new. It's going to come to your consciousness. It's going to come to your thoughts very soon. New. You have got the Sun, which a lot of people say, I personally like the Hermit, but a lot of people say that is the best card in the whole deck because it is the happiest. You're going to be happy. You're going to be so happy. And then you've got, just to top it all off, you've got the Nine of Cups. So you've got, this person is willing to lay out their whole life before you. And if they haven't already, I mean, they're about to. I would put that like by the 1st of November, they're going to be telling you this. You're going to know. Okay. And I don't feel like this applies to all of you, but one obstacle here in the relationship, it's not all perfect. One obstacle in the relationship is that there's something new about this situation, or there actually might be literally like kids in the situation, and that can be kind of a touchy subject when people are getting involved with one another and they're trying to balance everything out. I feel like this is not for everybody though. I think that for some of you though, there might be some kids involved, and that kind of complicates things a little bit. So yeah, I mean, you are going to have your challenges and all of that, but overall, this is so positive. This is great. I mean, yeah, this is just great. I'm really happy for you guys. So, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Here. So I just wanted to say thanks for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. If you found that your reading resonated for you, I'd really love to hear about that. Either leave a like or a comment, or you can email me personally and let me know if you don't feel comfortable sharing it publicly. Just know that I'm going to be posting a lot more pick a card videos, so hopefully you guys are gonna really like that, and I'll be able to give you even better free content than I'm giving you already. Thanks again.